Why do men want to do relationship things but don't want to commit? I told you it was gonna be hot right out the gate.
Out the gate.
Out the gate.
So we ain't even hit a
don't-
cha-chung from
we
Netflix yet. Y'all just
Out the gate.
out the clothes. Just Netflix ain't even
so
came on
first off, don't be talking about why men, because women do the same shit. Don't jump on and say why men, because women do the same. That means y'all both on the same page because you knew what was going down in the beginning and you chose to stick with it. So don't be coming back with saying why the men want to do that. Nah, you know what time it was.
Hold up. I
You
like
knew what
to
time
say,
it was. Come on.
I like to say that, first of all, women give full access too early. So why would they commit? Why would they commit when you're getting full access to everything?
So, hey, slow
wait
it
a minute.
down.
But I really think,
I-
hold up, I think it's a communication thing. Meaning that if this guy communicated to you that he wanted it like this, and in your mind, because you wanted something like this and got that, then that's your fault. That's women's fault for not vetting properly and not really listening to the man instead of listening to them.
I agree.
And I was gonna say, I believe that you date on your self-esteem level. So whatever your self-esteem is, that's what you're gonna attract.
That's real.
What about an honest perspective? So she or he says, I want X, Y, Z, but he thinks or she thinks that she wants to hear or he wants to hear this, so we feed into that instead of being truly honest about where we are in this whole situation. So you say, do we want to be friends? Do we want to be friends with benefits, or do we want to be in a relationship? Well, most times, I'm guilty, I want to be in a relationship because I think that's what you want to hear, but you might not actually be a part of that. So how are we completely honest when we are stepping into a new relationship?
I don't think it's like a what you want to hear type of perspective. I think it's more so of a boundary thing. I think if women set boundaries from the beginning, and if men set boundaries from the beginning, the two know what we want from the beginning. And I'm speaking from a married perspective. So if you know what you want from the beginning, hey, look, listen, we're cool, we're kicking it, but my furthermore in my future is to be married, not to play married, because I don't play married. I never play married. Not to play married, but listen, we cool, we're kicking it, but my boundary is this. I have this outlook. What is your outlook? Do you see marriage in the future? Because if we don't see marriage in the future, me personally, we're not playing shit. I'm sorry. We're not playing nothing.
But when you say boundaries, do people really know what that means instead of just being a term? Because insecurities is the reason why boundaries are being lowered, because people vetting through their insecurities, not their true boundaries. So now you got a woman that's insecure. She's gonna be able to tolerate a guy that's doing the wrong, that's cheating, that's doing all type of shit because of her boundaries, but that's tied to her insecurity. So it's now tied to us. Like, how do we individually understand the work when it comes to not just talking about boundaries, but truly understanding boundaries?
I understand that. I understand what you're saying, and I receive what you're saying. I can't speak from an insecure perspective because that's never been me. I know that does exist. So, I don't know. I can't speak.
I mean, I say that. The reason why I say that it exists is because when you start to get a pattern in your relationships that is toxic, that's where that part come in at. Now, if you in relationships and never been toxic, then
I have.
I'm gonna leave you alone.
I definitely have, and I can agree. I can admit to that.
Right.
I don't know if it came from insecurities. I can't say it came from insecurities.
Fair enough.
It may have came from other things.
Fair enough.
But I can't speak from an insecure perspective. But I would like to say, like, as a woman, I'm a woman that voice what my future looked like to me, and I asked my man at that time, which is my husband now, what does your future look like for you in a relationship perspective? Do you see marriage? Do you see us because we never neither one of us had children. Do you see children? So I put that in the front.
So that means that you never been really fucked over.
Oh no, you got me fucked up. I have.
Right. Okay. And I say that. I say that to say that is if you getting constantly being cheated on, being constantly, a lot of women say he ever did them.
I have.
Right.
I
So
have.
if you getting that, that's
So,
where that comes
so
from.
listen, I hate to cut y'all off, but since we getting real in the meat, the meat, we passed 450. Anybody in my audience from this section on up forward, if you have from this section behind me on up forward, if you want to say anything, just raise your hand like we in church, and I come grab you, baby, not back there. You Rosa Parks, you in the back.
But
I'm just playing.
I also know.
So from this section right here, I'm just playing, baby. From this section right here on up, if you want to chime in at any moment, you have the right to. Just let me know so I can come grab you and take you to your designated station. I've seen a lot of frowning faces and teeth smacking and they got me fucked up. Nah, so if you got something to say, just get it off. Tonight is the night. Get it off your chest.
But I also believe you attract who and what you are.
That's real.
So if you are insecure, if you have issues, trauma, what have you, you're going to attract that to you. So I think that's something that we need to look at when we are looking to be in a relationship with somebody. Where am I at in my space so I can make sure I'm attracting the right thing to me?
That's good.
All that sounds good, but a lot of times we're just not having the conversations. We're not having the conversations. We're just going into the relationships with expectations and not having the conversations about what we really looking for.
Right, because we're distracted by pleasure.
Y'all finna get something started.
Say it again.
She out the
So a
gate.
lot of times you just walk right into it.
I told you it was gonna be heavy out the gate.
A lot of times you meet, y'all start hanging out, chilling. Y'all never talk about the relationship in the first place. Y'all just start y'all dating, y'all going to each other's house, doing this and that. Nobody said one word about, hey, let's move this to a relationship. Let's do this to this. You just keep it going on how it's been going, and then certain ones assume that you're in a relationship. But it never actually been said. And then when somebody does something else, she's like, well, how you gonna do it? You cheating on me. We never talked about being in a relationship. We just started moving and just kept moving on what we started with.
A lot of relationships are just go with the flow. We being honest. A lot of it is go with the flow. If you feel good, you rocking with it. A lot of people don't have intentions off rip. A lot of people have a destination they want to get to, but ain't nobody GPSed it out the way they want to get there. So if it's go with the flow, it's go with the flow. The question was, why do men want relationship benefits with not being really in a committed relationship? Because if you don't tell us this is how you want certain things to rock out, we just going to play it by ear. We going to play it by ear. If it's smooth and it's cool, it's smooth and it's cool. If it's not smooth and it's cool and you want more, you got to sit down, set the boundaries, what you will do, what you won't do. You'll get this if we get to this point, and if not, then you got to move on. But being honest, everybody just go with the flow because it's fun, cool. Like she said, lust is a lot of it in there. This person make you feel good physically, then you mentally don't think about nothing else till you get to that point, and now you want to retrack and figure out what you want to do from point A, and that should have been done about 6-7 months back.
Yeah.
The shit come down to boundaries.
Most of us don't want to be alone, and because we don't want to be alone with ourselves, why would anybody else want to be with us? So again, we go back to being distracted by pleasure. We have good sex with somebody. Oh, I love him. He's my boyfriend now. And that's what we do because we're still confusing sex with love.
That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do.
No, I don't think
if you
we
can't
do.
learn
I
to be
think
comfortable
everybody
with
does.
yourself, you ain't gonna be comfortable with nobody else.
Absolutely.
All right,
So if,
cease.
that's it right there.
Let's clap it up. They got that.
Yeah, that's